am. So I'm not really going to bother introing this video because actually I have a lot of anxiety right now. I wasn't even going to make a video, to be honest with you. I thought to myself, is there any value at all in me showing up for this day of the vlog project? And I don't know as I have an answer to that question at this time. To give a little context so that in case you're new, this is not my normal thing, by the way, to just like show up and be kind of a mess. However, I had promised to myself, and just as a thing I wanted to do, to document my life every single day for a year. And so part of the reason I wanted to do that was to acknowledge my wins, but the other part of that was to acknowledge, this might sound strange, but to acknowledge the times that it wasn't so fun. So, although what I wanted to talk about on this video was my day and how my day went, and that was all going to be good things, and I will talk about that, just not in today's video. It was a cool day. A lot of neat stuff happened, and I will share that with you guys probably in tomorrow or the next days, or a video soon. The reason I decided ultimately, however, to be here talking was because I guess I just decided to bring realism to the fact that I do indeed have anxiety. And I guess I just wanted to talk about it. Maybe it's for myself, maybe it's for others too. I don't know if it'll help anyone else out there. I can say that if you've struggled with anxiety, severe anxiety at all, you know what it's like, and probably you can imagine why I might make what is hopefully a somehow informative video. The things that I don't like about anxiety for me is that when they happen, my heart races, my ability to think coherently goes right out the window. And I feel very, 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 very sick. I get really sick to my stomach. And now I'm not telling you that to make any of you feel bad. I just, when I was growing up, I heard people who were maybe around me in my vicinity talking about their anxiety, and they would talk about these things. And I would just think, God, that sounds so awful. And now here I am experiencing it. And I can attest to, yes, it's awful. And unfortunately, when I get anxiety, feels so defeatist to admit. It's just like, I can't function. Usually I can't even make a video because I can't really think straight. My thinking becomes very clouded and weird. What I wanted to talk about that's an interesting thing, and I kind of wanted to hear your all's opinions if you guys happen to suffer with anxiety about this. I just wanted to hear what you guys go through, I guess, or how you guys come back to yourselves, because for me, it really does completely take me out. It means that I'm very coherent right now, but that's not always the case. And it makes me feel so physically yucky inside. It makes me feel so sickly. If you've ever been motion sick, then you kind of know what it feels like for me inside. And I get very childlike mentally. I start to worry. Actually, that's part of why I have my little squeeze bear here, because I get very childlike and scared of things that I wouldn't ordinarily be afraid of or nervous about. I don't know, weird example, but very relevantly true, being left alone. For those of you who might think I'm just being a baby about it, I've lived on my own completely alone for many, many years. I've done it. It's fine. In the last few years, weirdly, I've developed this anxiety, and I'm also I happen to be living with my parents at the time, being now. And it's an interesting conundrum that I am amidst people in a way, right? They live in the same house. However, when I'm anxious, I panic like a child. I'm I don't want to be alone. And I don't know if any of you get like that when your anxiety kicks up. Do you feel more childlike? I think I wanted to come here to talk about it while it was going on, because even though it super embarrasses me to be doing this in the middle of an anxiety attack, tend to be holding this bear close to my chest as the age person that I am. I really feel like it's important to talk about this stuff because people don't often, and anxiety can appear in so many freaking ways, and they're so weird. Like, you can feel so many different things. I don't want to seed any ideas into anyone's head, you know. So I guess I just wanted to make the video to say that if you're out there and you have really bad anxiety, I feel you, and to bring some destigmatization to the fact that, like, when you're struggling or having trouble with a panic attack, it's okay if you can't get things done the normal way that you would. And in point of fact, you guys out there, by the way, if you're here watching, thank you. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new, sorry, this is not the usual thing. I appreciate you guys listening, and I would love to have a conversation about, I don't know, any tips. Actually, it would be better if this could become a positive place for tips people have for getting through their spells of anxiety, because for me, it's really scary. And, oh, what I was going to say was, sorry, because the anxiety takes my brain out, which had something to do with what I was going to say. Oh, I'm probably not going to be able to edit this video, so you will be seeing this video, as embarrassing as it is, raw, because I just don't have the energy. And it sounds really ridiculous, but anxiety, when it affects me anyway, when I have really bad time with it, it just completely drains my energy to the point where me, my normal night owl self, who's up till 11, 12 midnight every night, you know, that's my normal thing, 12, 1, is going to bed at like 8 or 9 because I have to take, you know, something for my anxiety because I'm just crawling the walls inside my own skin, or like things have just felt like they've gotten too much. I don't know if you guys relate with this. If you do, please tell me so I know I'm not alone. And so others potentially know that they're not alone. And I'm sorry, I know the lighting is whatever and that I look less than put together. I wanted to make this raw though and honest, because I often, well, let me rephrase this. I've realized that although I am authentic all the time here on the channel, sometimes maybe the edits make it look like I am just perfect all of the time. Like, not perfect, but I mean that I don't struggle ever. And I wanted to, I guess, be present, although I'm embarrassed about this particular bout of really rough anxiety. I promised, you know, to you guys, to myself, to be present through it all for 365 days. So before this gets any longer, and oh my God, I don't even know how it's 8 minutes long, but I wanted to just share with you that if you're out there and you have anxiety on any level, you're not alone. I feel you, and it's okay to rest and to get yourself back, like, before you take care of anything else. You know, I don't know about you guys, but my brain has this bizarro tendency when I get into panic sometimes to get really critical and mean, and it's like the opposite of how it should work. But for some reason, my brain starts to harp and just harass me about like the to-do list of things that I have to do that I'm not doing because I'm having a panic attack or whatever, right? So I just wanted to start a dialogue about it to maybe hopefully help to destigmatize anxiety, because what's really crazy, if you guys want some context, you know, I'm in my upper 30s and I didn't have anxiety for the majority of my life. Not anything that was debilitating or crippling. And although I don't even like to use those words, the truth of it is that at this age now, weirdly, I seem to have developed this anxiety that when it strikes, for whatever reason, that's the other stressor, is just I don't know the underlying reason for it. But anyway, I just wanted to help try and destigmatize it, because I don't think anybody should feel bad about it. It's a coping or a survival mechanism strategy that we all learn, or not all, but that some of us learned somehow, somewhere, and it helped us to get through. But man, I can tell you, as someone who is normally rather nonchalant and doesn't really get anxious about things, like little things, that when I have anxieties now, it's crazy. It's like the world, I have to stop the world you know, it's actually crazy that I have these lights on, because usually I'm kind of like in a dark room and I have to focus on my breathing. I usually don't feel very well. It's just kind of a sad state when you're aware and you can witness yourself, you're human, going through these very hard physical things. And to, I don't know, honestly, to cohabitate in my body with these feelings is like very uncomfortable. So I thought that I would share, because although I've come a long way on my health journey, I'm not all the way there. And I'm currently on the journey of figuring out how to address this anxiety. What is the main cause? Is there a main cause? What can I do to minimize it? Maybe I'll share with you guys in the future, not today's video, don't worry, but I have a book, which when I have enough time or whatever, not enough anxiety and can actually read, has to do with foods that can help with anxiety. So perhaps I'll pass along some of those learnings when I read that book. But for now, I think this has been a long enough waffle. I just wanted to share that I'm sorry. I feel a bit guilty that I'm not at like my best to share something of more value. Hopefully, however, though, this has somehow helped somebody to know that they really aren't alone, and that when they're experiencing their anxiety, whatever it is that their body goes through, that there's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. And in fact, if anything, similarly to my recent video about depression, probably something that you may find you really need that might really benefit you is rest, which is something which, as soon as this video is done being uploaded and exported and all of those things, I will be doing for the night, is calling it a night. I wanted to give you guys this I had this whole thing planned out for this good video, and unfortunately here we are. So I look forward very much to seeing you guys tomorrow. I hope that you are having a good day or night wherever you're tuning in from. For those of you who are new to the channel, I'm Emily. My name is Shamanism, my name is Emily, otherwise known as Shamanism. I'm not even going to bother cutting and editing that. And you will get to know me on a better day. But for now, if you have found this video and you're new, thank you for bearing with me. And I hope you check out some of the other videos on the channel, because they are of actual help. Meanwhile, know that if you have anxiety, you're not alone. And I will be back with an update and some more news and a better vlog, I hope, with when I'm feeling better tomorrow. So have a lovely day or night. Apologies for the style of this video. Namaste and much love, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.